Good morning and welcome to your AM yoga practice. Let's begin standing, feeling our feet rooting into the ground, supporting us. Standing up nice and tall here. Rolling our shoulders back, lengthening the crown of our head towards the sun. From here, I invite you to set an intention for yourself for this day. Maybe you think about how you want to feel at the end of the day, or it's a quality that you'd like to cultivate within yourself. Once you've settled on your word or phrase, we're going to link it with the breath. From here, let out all of the air in your lungs. On your next inhale, imagine that you're breathing in your intention, sending it through your nose, your lungs, your chest. And as you exhale through the mouth, imagine you're releasing any tension that gets in the way. A couple more times like that, breathing in to fill ourselves up with what we need. Exhaling through the mouth, releasing any stress, any obstacles. Once more like that, inhaling our intention. Exhaling to release anything that will not serve us as we move into this day. If your eyes were closed, I invite you to open them. And let's get into some movement. From here, let's bring our right ear to our right shoulder. Our chin is going to roll towards our chest in a moment, but now just enjoy this long stretch. And when you feel ready, slowly roll the neck around. Bringing some awareness into the head, neck, and shoulders. If you hear any pops or cracks, that's okay. The body is just waking up. And when you feel complete on this side, feel free to reverse it, rotating for a few more rounds in the opposite direction. Finishing up your last round here, lifting your gaze. Let's get into some shoulder rolls. We bring our shoulders up and back towards the back of our mat. We hold so much tension in our neck and our shoulders. We're just shaking it off here this morning. Making it as big as would feel good to you. And as you feel ready, go ahead and reverse it, sending your shoulders up and towards the front of your mat. Exaggerating the motion. Just releasing any stress or tension, shaking it off before you move into your day. Let's shake that off. Come to a standing position. As you feel ready, on your next inhale, we'll bring our right hand to our right hip and let our left arm reach up and over to the right. Allow your next inhale to rotate the armpit towards the sky. Stretching along that side body. Keeping our awareness on our breath as we move. Our next inhale, let it pull both arms up. And as we exhale, let's switch sides. Left hand to left hip, right arm reaching up and over this time. Again, taking the opportunity to gently roll the shoulder open. Bringing the gaze to wherever feels good for you. A couple more breaths on this side. Observing any differences between your left and right side this morning. Allow your next inhale to lift the arms up, and as you exhale, bring them back down to your side. We'll inhale them up again, and bring our right arm over and right arm under. Couple more times, just waking up those shoulders. And the next time the right arm crosses the body, go ahead and catch it with the left. Trying to keep your torso centered so the stretch really comes from that shoulder. Connecting to the breath and the body here. Release when you feel ready and switch sides. And again, next time the left arm crosses the body, go ahead and catch it with the right. Energizing both of the hands here. Feeling free to roll out the wrist if that would feel good for you. Great work. And from here, we're going to come into something called the breath of joy. So stand tall with your hands in front of you. Inhale again to have them come out to the side. Inhale to bring your arms up. And exhale to fold forward, bowing over your legs. Again, we inhale our arms up in front of us, shoulder height. Inhale to bring them out to the sides. Inhale our arms up by our ears and exhale through the mouth, folding forward. Do that a few more times on your own. Finding your rhythm. It's up, out, overhead, and fold. Finishing up your last round, folding forward. Waking up our hamstrings. Maybe you take ragdoll pose, let opposite hand find opposite elbow, taking a nice bend in the knee, shaking the head no and nodding it yes. Pouring the weight into the balls of the feet so you can feel the stretch in the hamstrings. From here, we heel toe the feet back together. Inhaling, we lift our hands to our shins for a flat back, leading with the heart. Exhaling, we fold forward. Let's do it again. Inhaling, lifting our heart, hands to shins. Exhaling, we fold. This time, we're going to bend our knees, lift our right foot, and send it to the back of the mat for a low lunge. Lifting our heart here, taking any movements in the hips that feel good. Always have the option to drop that knee down as well. Whatever feels good for you this morning. You also have the option to twist, lifting that left arm up and open towards the sky on an inhale, letting the exhale bring the hand back down. From here, we're going to step our back foot back to the top of the mat. Inhaling to find another flat back, lifting the heart. Exhaling to fold. And we switch sides, bending knees, planting palms. The left foot comes back for a lunge. Again, taking any modification or variation that feels good to you, knee down or knee up. And you have the option to take the twist or to roll the mat underneath the knee as well prior to taking the twist for a little extra cushion. And from here, if you'd like, maybe you inhale that opposite arm up and open, twisting towards the sky. Before exhaling the hand to frame the front foot. If the back knee was down, pick it up. Bending into the knee, we step back to the top of the mat. Inhaling to our flat back as you feel ready. Exhaling, we fold. As you feel ready, we'll inhale to bend our right knee, sending it back. Left leg sent back as well for plank pose. We're firm in our plank pose. Shoulders are over our wrists. Energy going out through the heels. Always have the option to drop the knees down as well in your plank pose. Wherever you're at, we're going to lower down to our bellies. We inhale to cobra pose, planting the palms, lifting the shoulders and the heart, making sure the elbows are pointing back towards the toes. Exhaling, we lower down. On our next inhale, we lift up again, maybe to high cobra. Exhaling, we lower down. Inhaling, we lift up again, maybe to low cobra, high cobra, whatever feels good for you. On our exhale, we bend our knees back, and tucking our toes, we lift our hips up and back for our first downward dog. Let's lift and lower one heel at a time. Again, waking up those hamstrings. And from here, we're going to come into a gentle hip opener. As you feel ready, we're going to inhale the right leg up off the mat. Bending the knee, we roll the hip open, trying to keep the weight evenly distributed in both of our arms. Maybe you roll that ankle around a couple of times in either direction. Allow your next inhale to straighten that leg out. We exhale to square the hips, bringing the foot back down on the mat. Switching sides, inhaling to lift the left leg up. Exhaling to bend the knee and roll that hip open. Repeating those ankle rolls if that felt good for you. You can even roll the hip, making circles with the knee if that feels good, before squaring the hip and planting the foot back down on the mat. And from here, we're going to bend our knees, look between our hands, and step or lightly float to the top of our mat. As you feel ready, we'll inhale to our flat back, exhaling to fold forward. And with our next inhale, we'll rise up to chair pose. So we sink our hips low, our hearts rise, and our arms lift. Make sure your shoulders are down, your back away from your ears. You should be able to see your big toes. And the weight should be in the heels, so we're opening the heart. Maybe you lift your toes to make sure the weight's in your heels before planting them back down. And from here, we're going to come in a dancing chair, bending the knees, sending the arms back with an inhale, and send the arms up again. Again, we bend the knees, send the arms back, keep the knees bent. We bend again deeper and send them back up in front of us. Last time, bend the knees, stay low, we send the arms back. Bending the knees, we send our arms back up in front of us, keeping our heart open, shoulders down, our back away from our ears. Sink a little bit deeper, yes you can. A little bit deeper, and then we fold forward. As you feel ready, inhaling to lift the heart, exhaling to fold, bending our knees, we plant that right foot, sending it back behind us, and inhale the left arm up for a twist. You've been here before. Exhaling, we look down and frame that front foot. But from here, we're going to lift ourselves up for crescent lunge. So we rise up to a lunge, aiming for a 90-degree angle in that front knee, keeping the back heel lifted for crescent lunge. Option to drop the heel down and take warrior one if that feels comfortable, or to shorten the stance, or make the stance a little bit wider if that would be better for you and your balance. Keeping our shoulders down, our back away from our ears, crescent lunge. And from here, I want you to think about engaging your belly as you tilt forward, leaning over your front bent leg. And maybe you straighten that front leg and extend the right leg for warrior 3. Engaging the core, finding something still to focus on, and flexing through that back foot. Breathing here. Trying to maintain our balance before bending the front knee and planting the back foot down. It's all right if you were a little wobbly. It's early. Let's inhale to lift our arms up, exhaling to fold forward, framing our front foot. We step back for plank pose. From here, we can drop our knees down and lower down to our bellies, or take chaturanga. Inhaling to high cobra, or upward facing dog. Exhaling to downward dog. Taking a few breaths here in our downward facing dog. Before we begin again, this time inhaling the right leg up. Exhaling to step the foot between the hands. Inhaling to lift ourselves up for crescent lunge on this side. Making the same adjustments if we need to, keeping our shoulders down, our back away from our ears before folding forward, engaging the belly and lifting the back foot for warrior 3. Again, flexing through the back foot here, leaning forward, reaching heart high before bending into the front knee and trying to plant the back toe down. Let's exhale to fold forward and frame our front foot. Option to take chaturanga and lower. Drop your knees down take whatever variation of the flow works for you, or skip it and meet us back in downward dog. From downward dog, we're going to bend our knees. Look between our hands, lifting our hips high. We step or float to the top of the mat. Inhaling to find our flat back, hands to shins, heart lifts. Exhaling, we fold. And we inhale, rising up to our chair pose again. Staying nice and strong, just like we were, maybe a little bit deeper than in our first chair, because we're a little bit warmer now. From here, let's twist. We bring our left arm behind us with an inhale. We exhale to lift it up, and we switch sides, inhaling the right arm back. Exhale to lift it up. Again, finding your own rhythm, inhaling to reach one arm back, exhaling through center and switching sides. Beautiful work here. Hold your chair pose for a breath. Maybe sink a little bit deeper before exhaling to stand all the way up, bringing our palms to touch at heart center. Breathing for a moment here, recentering. Before finding our way to goddess pose, so we're going to step our feet out wide, come into a nice squat with our knees over our ankles, our heart is high. Take a couple test bends if you'd like. And once you feel comfortable, I invite you to lift your arms up, goddess pose. Staying nice and low. We're going to add on here, inhaling, reaching our arms up, exhaling to pull down our ancestral strength and flex those muscles. That's right. Again, we inhale to reach our arms up, exhaling to pull down that ancestral strength that we need for this day. One more time, let's inhale to reach our arms up, exhaling to pull down the strength that we need. Great work before bringing our palms to touch at heart center. And letting our next inhale lift us up. From here, let's parallel our feet so they're both pointing towards the top of the mat. Adjust yourself however you need to get comfortable here. And let's interlace our hands behind us, humble hands. Inhaling, we lift our heart towards the sun. Exhaling, we fold forward for a nice deep stretch through the quads and the backs of the legs. Feel free to release the hands down if you'd like. Perhaps walking the hands over towards the right leg. Bringing the heart a little bit closer to that leg. Option to deepen the twist by lifting up that right arm. Before exhaling it back down and switching sides, walking our hands to our left leg. Bringing the hands to wherever feels comfortable for this side. The ankle, you can have a block. And again, you have the option to deepen the twist by lifting the left arm up to the ceiling. Before exhaling the hand back down to the ground. Let's walk our hands back underneath our shoulders. And we'll heel toe our feet in. We'll bring our hands to our hips. We're going to come down to a prayer pose. So adjust your heels however you'd like. You can also bring the hands to press to heart center in front of you. And feel free to have a block or some pillows beneath you if your hips are a little bit tighter this morning. Next, let's roll back so we're sitting on our bums and lift our hearts up. Lift our legs up for half boat pose. Option to keep the feet down as well if that feels more comfortable for you. And again, we lean back with our heart high, feet down or up. As we prepare for some boat crunches. So allow your next inhale to bring you legs towards the torso, and we exhale to lower down. On our next inhale, we pull our legs towards our torso, and we exhale to lower, firing up that core. Almost done. Inhale to lift up. Exhale to lower. One more time, we inhale to lift up. And this time we plant our feet on the ground. We hug our knees, thanking our bodies for that hard work. And next from here, we're going to bring the feet together for butterfly pose. Soles of the feet touching, flapping the knees up and down. Let's find some stillness in our butterfly and bring both of our legs out wide for a straddle split. Flexing through our feet, let's inhale to reach our arms up overhead. We exhale to turn and fold over our right leg. Option to have a strap here or a scarf, a t-shirt, belt. If the hamstrings are a little bit tight, you can wrap those around the ball of your foot, and that will help you get a little bit deeper into the pose. Slowing down the breath and reconnecting with it here. Allow your next inhale to lift your torso up. As we exhale, we turn and fold over the left leg. Being gracious with our bodies if one side's a little bit tighter than the other. Breathing into this side. From here, we'll walk our hands out in front of us, lifting through the heart, maintaining flexed feet. Then we walk our hands back up towards our bodies. Next, we're going to come to a comfortable seated position for our closing here. Bringing the crown of the head towards the sky, relaxing the shoulders, and closing the eye if that feels comfortable for you. As we return to our intention from the start of class, take this moment to visualize yourself living it out, embodying your intention. See yourself moving through your day, showing up as your highest, most aligned self. A few more moments here visualizing. And now I invite you to create a mantra out of your intention, linking the word, perhaps with the phrase I am or I can. Repeating it to yourself. Allow your next inhale to lift your arms up overhead, bringing the palms to touch. As you exhale, slowly pull the palms into heart center, pulling down what you need, pulling down that strength to prepare you for your day. Ashe.